Hello and welcome to Naidex. This is the biggest disability convention in Europe, and we're here today to look at some really great adaptive technology. So let's get in there and have a look. So what's lovely about Naidex is that it's a real mix of lifestyle and medical. So over here, quite medical stands and looking at rehabilitation and different things that can help get people kind of back out there and moving. And then you've got lifestyle things. A fully wheelchair adapted Lamborghini. I could drive this if they'd let me. No one's going to give me the key. I always wanted to try one of these. I've heard a lot of really good things about Segway technology. And the weirdest thing about it is that instinctively as a wheelchair user, you don't ever want to lean back because you can tip right the way back. But with this, to move back, you have to tip back. So it's kind of fighting against your instinct to not lean back. But this is only the second time I've ever been in it. And look, it's quite intuitive, and it'll go about 20 miles an hour, which I'm not going to do in here, because I will run somebody over. But you can pirouette as well. It's quite a long pirouette. I could see this being something very, very fun, interesting, and cool to use of a weekend. Look, no hands. So would I want this in my garage of wheelchairs? Definitely. What's the health benefits of actually using this machine?
So a lot of people in wheelchairs are able to do some form of exercise, but it's usually in the seated position. With this allows you to gradually come up into a standing position, and then once in the standing position, you're getting a full body workout.
And it's circulation in my legs that's normally a problem sitting down.
Yeah.
So presumably this kind of helps.
Definitely. So it will help with muscle mass, it will help with range of motion, stretching out. You shall find that your cardiovascular capabilities will increase. Hopefully you'll get less back pain because you're getting a stretch, you're releasing pressure off your ischial tuberosities, and also then get a good blood flow through your lower extremities.
Well, I know there's definite blood flow because I'm sweating already, which is great. It is actually really, really comfy. I feel supported. My knees are a problem with me, and the padding on this is really comfy, so I could see myself half hour, an hour workout a day. I'm sweating already, and that's one thing that I think wheelchair users need to do. You need to sweat. If you're not sweating, you're not exercising. So I'm up for this one. This is good. So the purple pound in the UK, which is the amount of money that disabled people have to spend annually, is worth £250 billion a year. That's just in the UK. You're talking about a fifth of the population. That's a big market. If they all gave me a quid, I'd be well happy. So I'm currently sat in a carbon black 2. The best way I can describe it is it's the McLaren of wheelchairs. It's just all carbon fibre. It's incredible. It's the kind of thing that, like a McLaren, if you had it, your friends would be completely envious. Now, for me, if I was doing a red carpet event or going to some really posh event, this is a chair that I would want to roll down a red carpet in. This looks absolutely amazing. Can you just talk us through what exactly it is?
Yes, so our goal is to build a exo muscle, a
Right.
muscle for people that need extra strength because their legs are weak or
Yeah.
they're getting weaker. So we have here a robotic system. What you see here, these tendons are what I provide in the assistance. And this tendon goes in front of my knee and then behind the hip.
Yeah.
And then I have the muscle stored here. And when that pulls here, it helps me extend the hip and the knee simultaneously. What's quite unique about the system is how portable and wearable it is. So what I'm wearing is about 5 kilograms, and this I can wear for many hours of the day. But we've had patients, go on hikes, walk outside, really be able to, participate in activities of daily life as close as possible.
So I just had a word and they won't give me the keys either.
We're bringing to the Naidex 2019 the FDI ergodynamic, and the unique selling points of the ergodynamic is it's got a suspension effect in it, which helps with the shock absorption into the ground, and also gives you a reciprocating action.
Oh, it gives you a bounce.
Gives you a bit of a bounce, yeah, correct. The other nice thing about the ergodynamic is that it is lightweight. The handle is silicone based, and the idea is to try and create a softening through the joints and try and alleviate the callus build-up, etc., etc., and the damage done by conventional crutches.
And what's the other one that you're holding there?
So we have the smart crutch, and this takes it to a different level in that it's angled adjustment. Changing the angle means that you're taking the pressure away from your wrist and placing that into the fatter part of your forearm.
Brilliant.
And that obviously spreads the weight, but also noticeably your wrist is straight at that stage. In other words,
so you're not bending it.
You're not bending it, creating that damage. So even if you have it in a lower angle, your wrist is still straight. Interestingly, one of the benefits of the smart crutch is it makes you stand up straighter. So it gives you a better posture.
Because you're not.
Exactly. You're not hunching over.
Changes that actually make a massive difference to how people use them. I always have to explain to my wife why I need a particular bit of tech. I kind of need to think of more reasons to have this, but I definitely want it. I mean, look at it, it's absolutely incredible. When we think about disability and we have that kind of mental image of what disability is, we don't think this, but why not? I'd love to have a go on it on a mountaintop somewhere with a rain jacket on, getting really muddy. What fun. My physio, when I was doing a lot of physio, was beanbags, and it was all very, very boring. This is amazing. So what benefits does this have?
Well, we really like it for home and increasing the dose of therapy.
Yeah.
So making patients really engaged more in therapy and enjoying it, so they want to do it. It's really good that you can see your scores and outcome measures. So a therapist can say, I really want that patient to be able to score this amount or be able to do it for 3 minutes.
And I love the fact that, obviously I'm sitting down, somebody else could stand here.
Yes, calibrated for someone sits down and for your abilities.
Yes,
so we're not going to push you further than, unless we want to, we're not going to push you further than we want. So if you can only do that, we will only make you do that.
Yeah, see, I was bad at doing my therapy, but if it was like this, I would definitely have done it more. I think after we've been around everywhere, I'm going to come back because I'm determined to do that level.
Yeah.
So, Kate, I'm actually sat in a motorhome in my wheelchair, which is a complete first for me. So, can you just tell us a little bit more about the features?
It's all about individual requirements. That we've never done two the same. We've been producing motorhomes since 2009, and every single one is different. Now that might not be because of the wheelchair accessible needs. That might be because of family. That might be because of budget. That might be just because of the aspirations of the intention of the vehicle.
Yeah.
All our vehicles are accessible by lift. They all have a standard wide door which allows for big chairs to be able to come through. But the biggest feature is our wet room floors.
Yeah.
So what we allow for is the wet room to close in and be completely private. But when you need that extra bit of space, we have the facility to pull a screen around, and the area that you're in at the moment will become the full wet room. We've got multi-drainage points here, just to make sure that the water kind of flows out of the shower head and then drains efficiently, regardless of where you are. You're on an incline or in a field somewhere where it's not 100% level. And on the reverse, we have a lot of customers who aren't necessarily wheelchair users who come and say, I want a wide door. Because they are features that are quite a luxury in this kind of environment. You want to be able to feel comfortable, to feel that element of space. Yeah. And that's what we provide, but we don't do it in a clinical or kind of austere way. It's designed to feel chic and intended and comfortable.
I feel like I could actually spend, a good fair amount of time in it.
Good, a true home from home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that's really, really great coming to Naidex is the amount of adaptations that are now taking the batteries and applying them to different situations. So this is called a tri-ride. Now this is a single battery that powers a motor that's connected to the wheel and would turn my wheelchair into an electric wheelchair. And I actually have purchased one of these this year, and it's been completely game changing. I can go over grass, I can go places with my family that I couldn't do before. But they didn't stop there. So we've got one battery on this one, and this one will probably go to about 18 miles an hour. It's really quick, scary quick. But now they've done 2 batteries. So this one is called the Mad Max. It's just amazing. Just the power and the engineering that's gone in to making this. I just want to see it kind of in action, really. This is an amazing looking chair. So tell us a little bit more, because this is quite special in terms of the weight, isn't
Yes,
it?
this is the Octane Sub 4. It is sub 4 kilograms if you go for the standard sort of things on it, because obviously all the chairs are made to your measurements and your requirements. We don't just take into account the lifestyle, but we take into account your clinical needs as well. So if you need like a certain molded backrest, then you've got like J seating options, or then you've got different viscose cushions and all that sort of stuff, which, you know, when you're going through your assessment with your advisor, they can build the chair to fit it. These chairs are built to last. We have some customers who have had, like, I had one the other day who still had the original Sprint, and that's what, like 1988, I think it was, something like that. And it's still going. Like, it's a bit battered, but at its core, it's still working perfectly.
Wow, what a day. I think my mind is going to be buzzing for the next couple of days with all the different tech that we've seen. So many products were trying to be functional, but also nice, good looking. You know, we had the system where you could stand up and exercise, but they didn't make it look medical. They made it look like something that you would want in your home. And then you've got the carbon black, which just looks stunning. I mean, that is a stunning chair. I would happily park my bottom in that. What does it mean to be disabled? In that image in your head, when you think wheelchair user, are you thinking old NHS or are you thinking carbon black? It's rare for the disabled community to have a place to kind of all come together and just kind of look at things that can make life easier and better. And I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I cannot wait till next year.